Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty wild. Clone Alpha. It's this humanoid robot, and it's designed to be like your extra pair of hands around the house. But here's the crazy part. This robot runs on water. Yeah, you heard that, right? No batteries, no electricity, just good old H2O. It's like straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's real, and it's happening now. So you're probably wondering, like, why water? Well, the team behind Clone Alpha, Clone Robotics, they wanted to create a robot that moves more like us, with like fluidity and efficiency, and they realized that the way our muscles work, like contracting and expanding, that could be like mimicked using water pressure. So that's where these things called myofiber muscles come in. They're basically artificial muscles made from this special material, and it can like change shape and water's pumped through it. They're attached to this skeletal structure that's like a mirror of our own, with joints and everything. It's seriously mind-blowing how closely they've replicated the human body. Like, think about the implications of that for a second. A robot that can move with the same grace and precision as a human? No more like clunky, jerky movements, Clone Alpha can bend, twist, reach. It's designed to handle tasks that would totally trip up those old school robots. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, water-powered muscles, that's cool. But how does this robot actually know what to do? Well, Clone Alpha has a pretty sophisticated nervous system too, packed with all these sensors, depth cameras, inertial sensors, pressure sensors, all feeding information to this powerful computer brain. And it runs Clone Robotics' CyberNet model. So this model, it's constantly processing all that sensor data and figuring out how to adjust the water pressure in each myofiber muscle to produce the movement it wants. It's kind of like a conductor leading an orchestra, But instead of musicians, it's coordinating hundreds of these artificial muscles, all in real time. And get this, Clone Alpha comes preloaded with some basic household skills. But you can actually teach it new things. Use this thing called the telekinesis platform. So imagine putting on this special headset, and you're controlling the robot remotely. You're guiding its movements as you show it how to do something. It's like having this super advanced puppet. But instead of strings, you're using cutting-edge tech to train a robot that can then perform those tasks on its own. Pretty crazy, right? Think about it. Teaching it to fold laundry, help with gardening, even prepare simple meals. The possibilities are just mind-boggling. And it's not just about chores, Think about industries where human workers are exposed to dangerous stuff, like mining or disaster relief or even space exploration. Clone Alpha could be sent in to do the tasks that are just way too risky for people. Keep everyone safe, And then there's elder care. As the population gets older, we're going to need more and more caregivers. So imagine a robot like Clone Alpha. It could help with the physical stuff, of course, cooking and cleaning, but it could also provide companionship, monitor health conditions, and even call for help in an emergency. It could be huge for seniors who want to stay independent and live in their own homes longer. And for their families, it's peace of mind, knowing that their loved ones have this reliable helper right there with them. Now, I know some people might be thinking if we had a robot that could help us unlock the secrets of what makes us human. But of course, with any new tech, especially something this big, there are always questions and even concerns. What happens to people's jobs if robots can do them just as well? How do we make sure these robots are used ethically, for good, not for bad? Those are totally valid points. And honestly, there aren't any easy answers. It's going to take a lot of thought and discussion and probably a whole lot of adapting as we figure out how to make this tech fit into our world. But I think it's a conversation we absolutely need to have, because one thing's for sure. Clone Alpha is a huge leap forward for robotics. It's like a glimpse into the future, a future where robots aren't just tools anymore. They're partners, helpers, maybe even companions. And whether that future seems exciting or kind of scary, it's definitely one worth thinking about. So what do you think? Is Clone Alpha the start of something amazing or something we should be wary of? Let me know in the comments, because this is just the beginning of a very big conversation.